Hello folks, the decode function is a scenario that this is the syntax format of it. Let me explain this syntax. We have a select statement, decode, column or expression, search, put the result, search, put the result, search, put the result, and so on. What I mean by that one? Let's look at this function as follows. Let's consider that I have rules as follows, that I'm going to selecting decode, I put the expression and search in that expression in the database. If that search is equal to this value, put this result. If that equal this value, put the result. And if it is none of this condition or this condition, put for me a default value. Let me show you an example. Let's consider we searching for a value, select distinct salary from employee table, where salary in the range of salary, they are in 1100, 1200 and 1300. I select these three simple number because we have big list of the salary and only I would like to pick up three of them and change the value of the salary, a report that generate a salary. Let's consider this example. And as you see, when you're running, I ran this query, select distinct salary from employee, where the salary is, they are in the range 1100, 1200 and 1300. Let's use this example with the decode and let's change the salary, the report that generated right here, this report 1300, 1200 and 1100 that generated. Let's consider we would like to generate a slightly different value for these three different salary. I'm going to put it right here and let's look at I apply the rule. I apply the rule and I'm going to say if the column expression. Let me move back to this one. Now you saw this one and let me go ahead bring this one up so you can see that the column expression. I'm going to say if the salary select decode, this decode goes to this decode, salary or column or expression. In this example I use column, and then comma, this comma right here, look for the value 1200. If it is 1200, change the value to 1200 and add 25% to that one, or in fact I multiply that one by 125. If the salary 1100, multiply that one by 10%, increase the salary by 10%. If the salary 1300, multiply that one by 30%, increase it by 30%. So see right here in this tree, this option, and this option is look like search result, search result, search result. Three search result, I did that one. Finally, if none of the above, none of these three, you're going to find in the salary column, display only the salary. And that's what you're going to fall to the default portion. And you're going to execute the default salary. Let me copy this one and run it in the PuTTY. Here is the example. I have the same three salary. Now I put the expression in the form of increasing the salary, search and result, search and result. And now I'm going to execute this result. And when I'm going to execute this result, you're going to see that increase this one, the first one by 125%, by 25%, the second one by 10%, and the third one by 30%. So if I'm going to bring it down so you can see in your screen better, you're going to see the 1300 change to 1210, the 1200 change, and as you're going to see the value 1200, 1300, and so on, they change. Now let's go look at the example with the format of expression. Right here expression, and I'm going to use right in the default expression, and if you're noticing in the result I use expression. In result I use expression. Let's look at that example. In this example, there is slightly the change that I did. Just I use the same example, but I put expression in the format. Right here, instead of the column salary, I change it to expression. I said salary increase it by 8%, multiply by 1.8%. Or just let's consider we can reduce the tax out of the salary, and we're going to say, okay, multiply by 90, let's say 8% tax, multiplied by 92% of the salary. And right here, if there is this 3 salary, adding 25% to this salary, 10% to this salary, and 30% to this salary. Anybody that taking 1200, 1100, 1300. And if the salary, let me bring this one to next line so you can see better. And if the salary is none of this above 3, take the salary, take 10% cut, and return the result. So when I execute this example, it really in one hand reduce the salary to 92%. So take 8% tax out of it. When you take the 80% tax out of it, then you're going to increase 25% for this group, 10% for this group, 30% for this group, and reduce the salary of the people, other people with the 10% for medical reason or stock market or 401k or whatever. So this is another report. Don't make mistake. This is a report that I'm generating out of the database. This report does not mean that you're going to change the data in database. No. The data is still in database, is secure and is protected and nothing changed. The value, they are original value. And so if I'm taking this one and move it to the PuTTY and execute in the PuTTY, let's look at what is the result. The result is changed. I got an arrow because I put 2 asterisks right here. So I'm going to change this 2 asterisks, resolve my. I took my 2 asterisks out. Also, I took the where statement, which is filter and only display the 11, 12, and 1300. I said display all the salary. Now I'm going to copy this one and move it to the PuTTY, paste it in the PuTTY, and execute in the PuTTY. And you're going to see that it changed the salary based on the desire that we're asking. If I put restriction, you're going to see the value is totally different. Let's go right here, and I'm going to put this where statement right here at the bottom of my query. Take the semicolon out, and now execute it. It doesn't generate 11, 12, and 1300 anymore. It's going to totally change that one because we use this another formula. The formula that we use right here, see, it changed it to $99, $99, 9900, 9900, 1170, and 1080 because of the effect of 92%. So the report which is generated for this 3 salary, and by the way, we didn't generate anything beyond the 12, 11, and 13. Thank you so much.